So I want to give my 2 cents on The Little Mermaid. I just went to go and see it. I really honestly don't speak on a lot of movies. The last movie I think I went to see was Harriet Tubman. Before that or after that, it was Black Panther. So yeah, it was either Black Panther or Harriet Tubman. I went to see this movie for obvious reasons. One, Little Mermaid was my favorite childhood movie until Moana came out. But I went to see it because she was melanated. And let's be clear. I didn't cry at the movies because The Little Mermaid was melanated. I cried because I think I'm the backwards version of this story. Like, I think I'm actually gonna rewrite the song for me. Like, I think I want to listen to it all day and just like rework those lyrics. Because as much as she yearned to be on land, I think I yearn to be in the water. I think one of my biggest dreams is to have like a really, really, really expensive mermaid tail. And right now with my finances, and just where I am, financially, I cannot justify going to spend $1,000 on a mermaid tail or $2,000 on a mermaid tail. Like, you know, critiques from people that I'm childish, that I'm irresponsible, and some of it's true. I am childlike, and I'm not gonna apologize for that. I think that if I was not so in touch with my childlike spirit, I probably would have been killed myself or done something that could be perceived as a terrorist attack. My art keeps me from doing harm to myself and doing harm to others. And so, if I'm not hurting anybody, the only person that I'm hurting is myself financially. Um, yeah, I think that the world has been a better place thus far because I have, used my art as therapy to calm the storm inside of me. But I do long for the ocean. Anyone who knows me knows that I'm like a fish to water. I'm not the best swimmer in the world, but I love to be under the water. I'm not afraid of it. I'm not afraid of the ocean. I think I've become a much better swimmer. So people said that the CG was bad in the movie. The CG was not, like for me, I'm a very critical person of visuals, and it was visually stunning. A lot of people complained and said it was dark. They said it was dark in a lot of places. It was dark where it needed to be. It was a lot of color where it needed to be a lot of color. If you're that deep in the ocean, it was realistic. It was very realistic. It was very realistic. It was visually stunning. It was masterfully done. Like every little detail, they did it. People were saying, I saw one guy critiquing it, saying that their arms was constantly. No, it wasn't. He's just lying. People are like. Then somebody said you knew they was gonna try to slide in the feminist perspective, as they should. It's a movie about a female mermaid. It's a movie of the lead character. The two of the main characters are women. So definitely a strong feminism message should be in there. But the message was for all. It's not a movie that you keep your boys away from or you keep your sons away from, because they shouldn't be going to see The Little Mermaid. I think society's kind of ass backwards with that. That's how you create this dynamic of men are from Mars and women are from Venus, because you socialize them differently, you groom them differently. But though the movie centered a woman, or centered a feminine being, her counterpart was still a man. Her father was still a man. And so males should have still felt comfortable going to this movie. So like making it a chick flick, y'all miss me with that. But I really do want to make the movie, I really do want to redo that song, a part of that world. I cried, and I cried because this movie was important because I believe that art shapes life. And it was important to me because I think that it's important for us to be able to see ourselves as a part of that entity that none of us can live without. None of us can live without water. There's not a living thing on the planet that does not require water for its survival. And so being able to see ourselves as directly connected to that, sort of like when we're in the womb, like when we're in that amniotic fluid, and they have to take something out of us in order for us to breathe air. But while we're in the womb, we're breathing, we're functioning in this water. And so whatever they take from us, it takes our ability to be able to breathe in water. And Ariel, like, it's one of the lyrics in the song that I don't like when she say flipping and fins, you don't get too far. Miss Thing, girl, you was zooming all over the damn seven seas, girl. Talking about with the fins, you don't get too far. You getting farther than we do with these damn legs on land. So, like, I definitely want to rework this. But I think it's important for us all, no matter our color, no matter our shade, no matter our pigment. That's why this movie was so crucial to me. That's why this piece of art was so important for me. And for people who are saying this is just a movie, remember, art shapes life. There are people who are going to be inspired by this film. There's people who are going to be inspired by this, and it's going to give them purpose. It's going to give them perspective. It's going to give them hope. It's going to give them vision. I hate when we trivialize content by saying, oh, it's just content. Oh, it's just a movie. Who would you be without content? Who would any of us be without content to tell us who we are? Without content to identify with, without content to fill us, give us purpose, give us a reason to exist and to keep going. So without content, who are you? That's the question. Who are you? So it's not just content. Never put just in front of a movie. Never put just in front of anything that has the power to impact, inspire, and shape the lives of the current generation and generations to come. Never put just in front of that. It doesn't make any sense. So I don't want to give away the whole movie. I just want to say that I was deeply touched, deeply moved. It was well done. A lot of people said, "Oh, it shouldn't have been live. It should have been real life. It shouldn't have been real life." Cartoons make it possible to do certain things, and it puts the characters in a booth, and you can have an older character behind the scenes playing the part who's more seasoned and has more emotions. Baby, Haley did that. Haley played that. Haley, and I'm not just saying this because she had melanin, a lot of it, because I think all of us have some to a certain degree. But she played that part. She was shaking on a part, and when the waves rose up, she played that part. Like, I think Triton could have had more of a presence. If I'm critiquing anybody in the film, I think Triton could have had more of a presence. I think King Triton could have had more of a presence. I think that they could have gave the sisters a little bit more language, a little bit more verbiage. The closing scene when all of the mer people came up and sit with the town people, that was just so majestic. And I know that it was fantasy because I think that if mermaids, and I do believe that mermaids exist, I don't think they look anything like we make them to look out on the silver screen or the main screen. I definitely think that, their looks would probably be a little bit more alarming and disenchanting because we have such a narrow scope of what beauty is, in the culture that we've been brought up in as Americans, as we've been trained by society to look at what is beautiful. Child, some people barely see it from me, and so I know that if a mermaid, I know that if we ever did get a chance to see a real mermaid, it would probably look so celestial or ethereal that it would be frightening, to us common folk. So I'm still not afraid though. I'm not gonna say I wouldn't be afraid at the moment, but yeah. So that's all. I don't want to talk forever. I just did want to document this day. It was very moving for me. I've been going through a lot. I've had a lot of encounters with the police lately that have been toxic and that have been unnerving. And I was feeling very down. I was feeling like harming myself recently, and so going to this movie gave me escape. It gave me hope. Thank you, thank you, and I'm just thankful for that. So yeah, that's it. I love y'all. Dambanandarase kuhu. It keeps spinning and turning. Iangani Iyanko Kalukalo, which means that I am a child of God Goddess. And if I am, you know you are. I love y'all. I was trying to give you something that gave you a little mermaidy today. Just feeling a little mermaidy. Come on. I wanna laugh. I wanna run. No, wait. I wanna swim. I wanna dive. Under the water is where I might thrive. Watch and you'll see. Back in the sea. A part of that world. Love y'all. Later. Later.